Thursday, December 17. Welcome to CGN News. Regional carrier Caribbean Airlines will extend layoffs for an additional 3 months. The period is now set to end on April 15, 2021. The original date was January 15. In a memo sent to staff, CEO Garvin Madeira said the company is trying to keep costs at a minimum while it awaits the reopening of Trinidad's borders. Caribbean Airlines announced furloughs and salary cuts from October 15 to save the company, which has been struggling since the borders closed in March. The memo said funding for the foreseeable future was uncertain. An 18-year-old U.S. medical student and a 24-year-old Cayman resident were sentenced to 4 months in prison in Cayman for breaching isolation rules. A community service sentence handed down to the couple was overturned on Tuesday after an appeal was filed. The judge said he took into account the message legislators sent when they increased the sentences recently and the sacrifice being made to keep Cayman free of COVID-19. Skylar Mack and her boyfriend, Ranjay Ramjeet, were arrested after she attended a jet ski event 2 days after arriving in Cayman from the U.S. A Jamaican man who resided in Trinidad for over 14 years died in hospital on Tuesday after being shot on Sunday along the Brian Lara Promenade. Neil Johnson, 46, originally from Clarendon, was at his jerk chicken cart when a gunman walked up to him and opened fire. The gunman ran off, but people alerted the police on duty nearby and he was apprehended. Johnson was taken to Port of Spain General Hospital where he was stabilized but later succumbed to his injuries. The Jamaican government plans to introduce a third telecommunications provider in the market next year. At a press briefing on Wednesday, Technology Minister Darrell Vaz said Cabinet had granted approval for starting the process for granting a third license. The government has been pressured to introduce more competition in the telecoms market owing to complaints of service interruptions faced by customers of both major providers. Last year, then Telecommunications Minister Favour Williams had been forced to hold meetings with both Digicel and Flow. Vaz said that process will start next month. Barbados and the Bahamas lead CARICOM and the Caribbean in the UN Human Development Index HDI 2020. They were the only 2 Caribbean countries in the category of very high human development. However, 11 Caribbean countries ranked in the high human development category. The sole Caribbean country listed as medium human development was Guyana. In the low human development category was Haiti. At the top of the ranking was Norway and at the bottom was Niger. The murder rate for Barbados for the year 2020 stands at 37. More than 60% of these murders were the direct result of shootings reported across the country. According to the statistics from the Royal Barbados Police Force, 23 were gun-related, 9 as a result of stabbing, and 5 were attributed to miscellaneous causes. Last year, the number of murders for 2019 tallied 49 on December 31, surpassing the figures for both 2018 and 2017. Overseas now, a powerful snowstorm is sweeping through the northeastern U.S. with warnings in place for 14 states, affecting more than 60 million people. Some parts of Pennsylvania and New York are predicted to see as much as 2 feet of snow. The National Weather Service has warned of dangerous, if not impossible, travel conditions and isolated power surges in the worst affected areas. According to the BBC, officials say, however, that they do not expect the storm to disrupt COVID-19 vaccine distribution, which began in the U.S. on Monday. Hungary has written, quote, "The mother is a woman, the father is a man," end quote, into its constitution as the country brings in a ban on gay couples adopting children. The government said new ideological processes in the West made it necessary to protect children against possible ideological or biological interference. The amendment defines children's sex as that assigned to them at birth and ensures the upbringing of children according to Hungary's Christian culture. A team of 10 international scientists will travel to the Chinese city of Wuhan next month to investigate the origins of COVID-19. The announcement was made Wednesday by the World Health Organization, the WHO. China has not opposed an independent investigation, although the WHO has been negotiating for access to the city for months. The virus is thought to have come from a market in the city selling animals. A biologist on the team told the Associated Press news agency that the WHO was seeking to prevent future outbreaks. Paris City Hall has been fined 90,000 euros for having appointed too many women to top positions in 2018 in breach of a law aimed at ensuring gender balance. Paris Mayor Anne Hidalgo denounced the fine as unfair and absurd on Tuesday during a meeting of the City Council. In 2018, 11 women and 5 men were appointed to top positions in the Paris City Hall, leading the Civil Service Ministry to impose the fine. A 2013 law meant to ensure that women get better access to senior jobs in the civil service requires a minimum of 40% of appointments for each gender. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.